little thing where I just have that memory of telling him. Anyway, I think he knows he's told us, but he doesn't have anything else to say. And so he'll start, and we're like having cocktails or whatever, and he'll start with this story. And it's boring. And of course, Taylor, in his right mind, I mean, he was bored still.
Right.
And so you want to be kind, so you're listening. And I'm just going, and I always thought, how does Nancy stand this?
It's love.
It's love.
It's love.
Drives her up the wall. Drives her up the wall. She's so stressed. And then he needs to be weighted on hand and foot. And he is quite capable. While we were working out there the other day, he calls her wanting to know what he can fix himself for lunch. This is a grown man that has all, he can stand right up and uses everything, his hands and everything. And she's going over everything that's in the freezer. Chicken pot pie, there's this, there's that, and she's going on and on. And I'm thinking, what the hell? A grown man can't get up and go to the fridge and fix him something for lunch? He just is,
right.
If he wants her to wait on him, and she does. She started it. We were talking about that the other day. She started it in their first of their marriage.
Right.
And then once you start, you can say, what the heck is wrong with you? Go to the fridge. Why don't you open the fridge?
Open the fridge. You can find something.
Open the freezer. Take your pick.
Yeah.
Because I buy a lot of stuff a lot of processed foods from Costco. That's probably why he's like 70 pounds overweight. But no, he drives her crazy. So it always tickles me because I thought somehow she was putting up with a boring personality. But she's not. She said, if I knew now, I think they've been married about 18 years. And she said, if I knew now what I knew then, I wouldn't have gotten married. She says, and she said, I started laughing at her. She said, I'm serious.
Aww.
I don't know I never asked her, what exactly what have you learned now that you know that would have stopped you? Next time she says, because she says it all the time, I'm going to ask her, exactly what have you learned that would have stopped you 18 years ago? I don't know. I don't know if he's lazy. See, I think he's lazy. She's out in the backyard pooper scooping. I mean, she's the one doing everything.
Like I
He's
said,
a lazy man.
Girls can do a lot.
Everything. And she does. Yeah. I mean, she's just like us. We were talking about that in the fifth wheel. I mean, we just get it done. Because I'm like, why did I have to get? Because we were talking about it because we watched the deer being drug off.
Oh yeah.
And we were talking about it. And I was like, I got that done. I mean, why did it take me, like, all these conversations, begging people to come do? I mean, Chris could have done it. Why didn't he make some phone calls?
Right? Why didn't somebody in the neighborhood go do it?
Why is it always me?
Yeah.
And Nancy's,
why?
Because you'll get it done.
Right.
Because
our plates are full, but we still get it done.
We'll get it done. That's right.
Yeah.
Like, I got a lot going. Like, Chris is down there lapping it up.
I tell my husband, make a list of whatever you want me to do. I can take care of it. It might not be right away, but I'll get it done.
Oh,
he never makes a list.
Oh, good.
Never. Yeah.
Good. You don't want to. Don't start that. There'll be a time in your life you'll be sorry.
I'll make a honey-do list. I'm like, okay, you do.
You can exchange lists and have the exact same number of things on each list.
That's right.
And then you don't have, and then you don't get any other list until all those are done. No. Make them short. I don't know. Don't start that because I tell you, in later life, men just become completely incapable of doing anything for themselves. I'm talking about when they're totally healthy and in their right minds.
Right.
They just really, the more you do, Nancy, it's what we were talking about the other day, the more you do, the more you're going to be doing when you really don't have the energy anymore. You're a long way from that.
Right.
But don't make that pattern.
My mom at 75 is like me. We just run.
See, I like to go to.
And people are like, how do you do that? I'm like, I think I just have like a natural caffeine in me because I just go.
Just
I
have energy.
Go.
Well, when things have to be done, well, I think you look for things to be done. Like you like cleaning out cabinets and stuff. Like, I don't do that kind of stuff. But when something needs to be done, I just get it done. That's why I'm always so.
Right.
So, I called her Missy instead of Misty. Oh, well. Every time I have to go back and correct it every time. It's like that's why it's so baffling to me. Like Raven, she needs to be doing all of this stuff. I mean, like 2 years ago, she needed to be doing it, and and she just spins, can't seem to put one foot in front of the other. It's the most baffling. See, that would stress me out so bad to have something I need to do,
right,
and not just go get it done.
Right. My husband and kids feel that way too. They call it executive dysfunction.
Dysfunction.
Executive dysfunction. There are so many funny TikToks on it, but it's such a real thing where they're like, I've got to get this done. Dysfunction.
Oh, they're calling it dysfunction?
Yeah, executive dysfunction.
Can you explain it to me?
It's where they are they have all these things on their plate, and they're piled up, and it stresses them out so much to the point that they can't even
okay, I thought you were
anything.
calling us.
Oh, no,
I was like, okay, because we're doing
we're
too
hyperactive.
Much. Okay, no, I get it. Oh, yeah. Oh, totally. They have their executive function skills are really inept.
Yeah. Because they shut down when they're like,
because
too
they become
much
paralyzed.
To do. Yes.
I watch Raven. She just becomes, she's totally paralyzed, and she's completely paralyzed in her life. Actually, she seems to have broken out of it for just a minute. Here.
Well, sometimes they do an okay job.
But I'm seeing how long it's going to last.
Yeah. Well, for my husband, it is hard for him to get motivated to do his work. And so I'm like, let's go sit down. Let's get it done.
See, work from home is fine with me. I have no problem working from home.
Right. But he knows he's got so much stuff to do, and he's got people quitting left and right around him. So that puts even more on him. And he'll still get it done. He procrastinates to the last minute.
But all the stress of it, the
stress of it is insane.
That you just said. You just talking about it stresses me out.
And so for him to be able to get up and get something done is hard, but he still will get up and do it.
He'll get it done.
Yeah.
But
then he'll get people call him in the middle of the day. He's got this one guy that just calls him all day long.
And it breaks.
And says, this is what I just did, or help me with this project, or it's like the other guy needs to be babysat all day long. And so he's like, okay, well, I just got off the phone with him, and he's still trying to do everything on the computer at the same time while he's talking to this dude. And I'm like, that guy needs a girlfriend or something, because he's talking to you like you're his best friend. And my husband is such a sweetheart. He's the only one that will just listen to it and like let him do that and call him and be that way. But nobody else likes this guy because they can't stand him talking to him all the time. So my husband has taken that on too, and I'm like, I'm sorry. So the guy is he got a bad review at work, so he's looking for a different job.
Oh, good.
And my husband got like top, so he got a bonus, but a lot of the others did not get a bonus this year. But he's like,
what company is it?
It's Nice in Contact. It's they work with the telephone like routers for 911, and almost every company uses their answering services and stuff like that.
What's it called?
Nice.
NICE?
Yeah, Nice CX1 now. CX1.
See, I might, if they're gonna start texting me about that thing, I'll have to turn it off. I don't want to be in touch with these people. Oh no, I gotta get.